And so I think it's important that you understand the clinical trial process. I'm not saying that the pill is bad. I just want you to think about how to make health decisions for yourself. You want to be especially vigilant, especially staying on top of it. Once I got the information I needed, I started to move in that direction about how to make health decisions for yourself.
In your mind, what would you say to brothers that's not vaccinated or just people in general?
I'm glad to hear you are protected, and thanks for being so honest here on Keeping It 100, because that's what we do.
Go ahead. Hey, welcome to Keeping It 100, where we have these open and honest conversations to make sure you are taking good care of your health. I am your host, Dr. Kristin Ball-Motley. Super excited to be here today, joined by the financial guru herself. This is my personal Susie Army, y'all. Rachael Hanible. Hey, Rachael.
Hey.
Thanks for joining us on this show. She is going to co-host with me because George is MIA, so we just going to keep it rolling and let her fill in the seat. No one can replace the street practitioner for sure. There is definitely no replacement, but we're going to chop it up a little bit, Rach.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know Rachael, she's been on the show before. She is not new, but let me just let you know who she is in case you're wondering. She is a certified financial educator. She has courses and classes in over 100 schools around the country. She is a best-selling author. We're going to talk about this book today. She is a real estate mogul, and she is a Black small business investor. So she is helping our people get to where they need to be in business. So thank you for all that you do and believing in the cause and believing in the people.
It's been my pleasure. It's definitely been my pleasure.
I know it is not easy, but we usually start the show just catching up. Okay. How's your week been?
My week's been really, really good. Busy, but good. Really good. How about you?
Busy with what? No, we're going to dig into it a little bit. We're not going to say busy.
So I took a lot of days off. So today I was actually off today. So that was really good. For my main job.
I like that.
But I did still have to do some work though. So I'm revamping some things, prepping for 2024 for the business. And I've had a lot of one-on-one sessions this week. So I've been busy doing that, helping people with their, getting a head start on their 2024 goals.
Listen, that's what it's about, planning. We talk about that a lot. If you don't have a plan, you're not going to carry out the thing. So you have to have a plan. So I am loving that people are getting their 2024 plans. I need to get my name in them books so I can get on your 2024 planning client list. But yeah, I need to get my 2024 together too. All right. So I'm glad you took a day off.
Yes.
Days off are important. A lot of times we have all this vacation time and all this sick time and we don't do it and we don't use it. We have this hardworking American mentality, and it's got to end.
Yeah, that's me.
We gotta use our days off.
I always get to the end of the year with like insane amount of days to still use. So
we gotta get better. We definitely gotta get better at that. But I'm glad that you took some time. So good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Ray.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Just want to give you guys a brief update on respiratory illnesses in the area. COVID, RSV, and flu are all up. They're all rising. So if you are not protected, you need to get caught up now. You have time to get good protection in place before the actual holiday when everyone's really getting together. There's a lot of parties and things happening now. So COVID and flu are recommended for everyone 6 months and older. COVID and flu. There's new COVID, there's new flu. The vaccines available. If you're 6 months or older, the CDC is recommending that you get your vaccine if you haven't gotten it already. RSV is recommended in 60 and up or 65 and up. That's why I've been needing my backup in place. I don't remember what age, but if you're an older adult, call the pharmacy and see if you're eligible to get RSV, the RSV vaccine. We got to make sure we stay up to date on these vaccines. There is no reason for people to be in the hospital or dying from diseases that we have vaccines for. And typically, as always, it always impacts our community the most. So please, if you have questions, get the information. I'm looking at my own notes. RSV is 60 and up. So yes, RSV is 60 and up. If you have questions, get your questions answered. Speak to someone you know and that you trust, but don't go without it and then be struggling. So we have been talking a few weeks. George and I had not had our COVID vaccines, and I was going to come in here today and be like, bam, I got my COVID shot last night finally. So. Did you get your new COVID shot, Rachel?
No, I didn't. You got yours last night?
I got mine last night. I shout out to Springfield Pharmacy, my family, Bilal, my husband, my daughter. We all got our COVID vaccines in Springfield Pharmacy last night. They also got their flu shots too. Okay. So they did COVID and flu together because you can get them at the same time. I had already got my flu shot at the Healthier You conference. So
how did the kids
I missed the flu shot. Oh, they did good.
Okay.
Yeah, they did good. My son Ben had his because he has asthma, so I don't be playing around. There's no way I'm gonna be sitting up in the mornings talking about he's sick with COVID or flu and I should have did this and should have did that. No, I'm gonna get that boy protected because I've seen sick kids, and I don't want that for my child. So he had his like 2 months ago, like a month ago, but everyone is up to date now. We're all up to date. Good. And remember, it takes about 2 weeks before you get full protection. So even if you get vaccinated today, it's going to take 2 weeks for you to have full protection. So make sure you are doing what you need to do to get the protection you need.
In the meantime, make sure you staying safe.
Staying safe, washing your hands, wearing the mask, using the sanitizer. Now, Rachel, why don't you have your COVID shot yet? I'm just wondering.
Because I haven't made the appointment to get it yet. That's my honest answer.
Listen, I feel you. So I know in a lot of the chain pharmacies, you do have to make an appointment, and it's annoying because you got to go online and blah, blah, blah. But you can walk into Springfield Pharmacy. Okay. A lot of the independent pharmacies, you can walk in to get your vaccine. So if you are in or near Springfield, Pennsylvania, it's right across from the Springfield Mall. The owner is Chi Chi. That's my girl. What you say?
Oh, Chi Chi. I'm like, shout out to
shout out to Chi Chi.
I'm not near Springfield. I'm an hour away, but you know,
well, find some place somewhere, sure. The health department, wherever you live, get up to date because there's no need for our people to suffer. As you all know as well, it is open enrollment. So if you do not have insurance, you can enroll in an Affordable Care Act, also known as the Obamacare plan. Get yourself enrolled in the plan. You can go to healthcare.gov to find a plan in your state. Please do that. The deadline to enroll is December 15th. That's coming up next week. You can get coverage starting as early as January 1st. So look into that. You can call, if you're in Pennsylvania, you can call 1-844-844-4440 to get live help. And they're usually there pretty late. I remember helping my friend last year, and I feel like we called at like 10 o'clock, and they were there to help. So they have counselors on the phones ready to help you and answer all your questions to get you an insurance plan. So
that's awesome. And don't be afraid or ashamed to ask questions too. You know,
definitely ask questions. Ask lots of questions.
That's what they're there for.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know? The last health thing I wanted to get into real quick, I have some lab work that I want to share. My husband went finally and got his labs done. He hadn't got them done in like 3 years. He previously had a job where they would do their lab work for them. And so it was easy. And so since that job closed down, he hasn't gotten his lab work done, but he went to the doctor's last week. He got his lab work, and then this came back. Hemoglobin A1C 5.8. So he texted to me, and I was like, woo, cha. So let's talk about what this lab work is. This lab result is an indicator for diabetes. So 5.7 is the cutoff for pre-diabetes. So he's in the pre-diabetes range according to this lab work. And so when he saw that, he completely changed his whole diet. He is like not doing the same things. He got more he went to the produce store and bought all these fruits and vegetables, and he's eating them, and I'm eating them. So I'm like, all right, let's get on the health thing.
Let's got a new juicer today, so I'm like, doing
oh,
good.
Nice.
I've been eating like carrot juice.